Hello, and how are you? My name is Mohino Bark, and I welcome you to our part 2 of our Global Pay hospital management system. So today we're going to begin with the second session. We're going to begin with the mobile application as our second session, and then we link up everything together. So you can get this mobile application on Google Play Store. Just simply open your Google Play Store and search for Global Health Pay, and you just search for Global Health Pay on the mobile app on your Google Play Store. You'll be able to get this application with this logo. So go ahead, download and install it. And when you install it for the very first time, it will look like this. It's Global Health Pay mobile application. Just search Global Health Pay on Google Play Store and download it. The logo is like this one, and you shall also put the link of this application in the description of this video. In case you don't get it, you can just press on the link and be able to redirect it to the mobile application. All right, so after downloading and installing the mobile application, when you open it for the very first time, the application will look like this. So you can go ahead and if you already have an account, go ahead and enter your email and password. If you don't have an account, you can go ahead and register yourself. Go ahead and put your information, your first name, last name, specify your gender, and then put your phone number and email and then password. So that is how you create an account on this application. Go ahead and submit, and then you'll be able to log in. So that is when you don't have an account and you want to register yourself. Now the other case, let's look at the case when you already have an account, or maybe we have a patient and we have entered them in our system and we want them to start following up using the mobile application. So those steps, I've already explained them in the previous video, how you add a patient and how you create for them password. Let's say if a patient forget their password, how can you reset their password? I've already demonstrated those ones. Now, for example, this is the patient that we're going to be using for demonstration. So if I want to create for them a password, I can just simply come here to edit, and then I create for them a password from here. Just say change password, you enter their new password here. So that is how you can do it. That is how you can set the patient's information. Okay, now let's say that I want to set here the profile photo of the patient. I want to see if I have some photos here. Let's see. Right, let me. All right, okay, I don't have a photo right now. Let's leave it. All right, so let's say that you want to add a new patient. To tell a new patient, you can still add them by just simply coming here to new and add a patient, just like how I demonstrated in the previous the previous video, and set their password. So now let's look at the scenario when you already have the patient and you want this patient to log in and start following up in the mobile application. So I'll get the email of this patient, or I can get their phone number, and then I place it here in the mobile application. However, they can create the account for themselves, but this would be a different patient being treated separately. Being treated from that one that registered here. So if the patient that registered in the application, in the system, you want to be the same patient to follow up, you just need to give them this email. But if the patient is totally new, maybe someone came across the application, they want to start maybe placing the orders, bookings for doctors, they can use the create account, so they can create their own. But the patient who has come at the hospital, have put them in the system, they don't need to create an account, but you need to give them logins. I've shown you how to change the password, so go ahead and give them their email that they will use for logging in and their respective password. So I put here my email that I'm going to use to log in, and I put the password for this patient, and I go ahead and click on login. So when I click on login, the application will process, and if the information is correct, the application will enable me to proceed into, the system will enable me to proceed into the application. So the application will look like this. This is how the application will look like. We have here our thumbnail. In case the person wants to change their password or make any settings, they can click here We can click here. We have our logo, we have our basic information of the application. Then you have here, how do you feel today? So they can call us by just simply clicking here, and then they call us either maybe using phone number, this one, or using WhatsApp. So if you click on this phone number, it will launch the DLR where you can call us, or you can do what, or they can click on WhatsApp and to launch the WhatsApp. So that is when they click on this, how do you feel today? So when you click on how do you feel today, we give you our contact. Maybe you're not feeling good, you can contact either using one of these, or you can contact using our WhatsApp. You can contact us using the WhatsApp. So that is this button of how do you feel today. Then we have my appointments. So my appointments, it is where you'll be having all your appointments. So if I click here, this patient has not placed any appointment. It's a new account. That's why I'm not able to see an appointment. And then here in the bottom, there is a plus, so you can create a new appointment, or you can book a doctor. If we come back, then you have my payments. My payments, this is where you'll be finding your payments, things that you're supposed to pay for, whether you've paid for them or not. That is the payments section. Then we have my doses. My doses, this application will help you to be showing you the doses and how you're supposed to take them, and also being able to notify the doctor when you take the doses. So here it shows you the dose for today, the dose of tomorrow, the dose of next day, something like that. So if you don't have any dose to take, it will show here like this. There's no any dose found for today. So here you have my account, where you can set things about your account. You want to change password, you want to read about us, you want to contact us. So here is the place where you can find all this information. So, and then here you have our about us, when you can read about Global Pay. Now, we want to see how someone can get started using the mobile application. So this mobile application will be mainly used by patients to place orders or to book doctors. So let's say I want to come for consultation, or I want to book a doctor. So what I do, I'll just simply come to my appointments, and then I'll see I don't have an appointment. Now there will be a plus in the bottom here, where I can click to create a new one. So I click on plus, you'll see book a doctor. You see here this button which says book a doctor. I say yes, book a doctor. So when I say book doctor, the application will take me to the screen where I can book a doctor. So this is the screen. So let's go through it and we see how someone can book a doctor through the application. So first of all, we shall ask you which services do you want? Do you want pills? Do you want normal delivery? Do you want blood grouping? Do you want HIV test? So you can select the things that you think you want, or the services that you think you want, eye checkup, etc. So I select those services that I think I want. Then after doing so, I go to the next page, or the next step. The next step is the appointment details. So we ask you, or they ask us to specify the specialist. So if there is a doctor at this hospital that I want to specify, I can go ahead and specify. Sorry, before I go to specify the specialist, we have appointment details. So in this appointment details, I can go ahead and type anything that I need them to do for me. So I can type here a special instruction that I want this administrator at this hospital to do for me. So after doing so, I put here my details. After selecting the services, I put the details or explanation, and then I go ahead and specify the specialist. So if I want to specify a specific specialist, I'll just simply click yes, I want to specify. So when I click on specify, the system will bring the doctors or the specialist at this hospital. Or if I don't want to specify, I can say no, I don't want to specify. So if I want to specify, I can say I want this doctor, for example, or this one, or this one, or I can view all of them from here, and the system will bring all of them, so I can select one that I want. So I specify the doctor that I want if I want to specify, and then I select the day when I want to go to the hospital. So today is 12th. I can say I want to come on the 14th, or I can come on 15th, or I want to come today. So I select the day that I'm proposing to go to the hospital or to this hospital. So those are the simple steps of booking a doctor or booking for a service. You just simply select the service that you want, and then you go ahead and type in. Remember, these services are dynamic. We put them in the system. Go ahead and explain your problem, and then go ahead and do what? And specify the doctor or leave it as an optional. And then after doing so, go ahead and specify the date when you want to go to the hospital. And those are the steps, those are the few steps that you need to. So go ahead and submit. So before you submit, let's first go to the application. So this is our application. The system, the web portal. So you can see there is no any pending consultation right now. So it means that we don't have any pending consultation, but there's one ongoing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to submit, and we see how an application comes in when there is a new, we can see how the pending application comes in when there's a new submission. So I'll go ahead and click on submit, so it will process and then show me that my appointment has been submitted. And at this point, it is at the level of what? It is the stage of pending. You see, that's my appointment. It is submitted, and it is in the stage of pending. So if you come to the system, I'll be able to see that in the system we have one pending application. So the application that will be coming through the mobile app, they'll be starting here in the stage of pending, and I can be able to see them here on the calendar by just simply clicking on it. You see, there is one application that has been pending, that has been placed. It is in pending on this stage. So now it will be my responsibility as an administrator to change the stage of this application. Now let's say that, okay, we have received the application and I can see it is there, it is pending. Now I want it to put it in another stage. So what I'll do, just simply click on pending consultations or applications, and then I'll be able to see it here. And if I want to see it in the report, I can click here, view report. The system generated a report for it. I can be able to see the detail of this application. So it has nothing for now, and because we have not submitted anything. So my part will be to review this application. So I can click on review application, okay? To review this application, I click on edit, on actions, and click on edit. So when I click on edit, the system will allow me to review the application. So you can see the services that this person requested for. They're here, specified, and the details will come here. And then it will, I'll be down to add the details. So I'll be here. I'll go ahead and now make this application move to the next stage. So I can add here some details if I have to. And then after, if this person has come to a hospital, I can go ahead and enter their temperature, weight, and height. Or else I can leave the application to be in pending. And I can approve the application, and then I go ahead and specify the actual date when they should come. So here I'm making the real appointment. I can go ahead and put, so the message will be here for them. I can go ahead and add my own message. Then I go ahead and submit. So you can see at this level, I'm just approving the application. I'm approving the application, okay? So I submit. So the other person who placed this application, so you see here the pending consultation, there is no more that is pending. So the other person who placed this application, they'll be able to see that the application has changed from the stage of what? From the stage of pending to the stage of what? Of approving. Of approved. And they'll be able to see the date when they have been told to go ahead and visit the hospital. So now let's say that this patient has now come to the hospital, and we need to now to do what? We need now to start the process of recording this patient's activities in the hospital. So if I want to see all the applications that are in the system, I'll just simply come here to progress monitoring. I'll be able to see the progress of all applications. So you can be able to search the patient here. Be able to search the patient. Let's say the patient has now reported. So I can search the patient, and I find them here with their respective application and the service that they requested. And then I go ahead and click here and say edit, so I can update it, the system. I can update the process. So I can go ahead and say measure the temperature of the patient, measure their weight, measure their height if it is required, measure their blood pressure if it is required. So I can go ahead and add those if, but they are optional, but you do them when you want. So I can go ahead and say now the application is, this person has come to the hospital. We now need to give him or her services. So at that level, I go ahead and put ongoing. So ongoing, it means that I'm approving this application. So the application number will be shown there. If I want to modify it, I can modify it. And then I can go ahead and put some remarks. If I want to, I can put some remarks. So at this level, I go ahead and specify the services, the actual services that we want to give this, to offer to this patient. So I go ahead and specify. These are the ones that they requested. Now, these are the actual services that we're going to offer this patient. So I click on new, and then I select a service. So all our services will be there. So I can say maybe ultrascan, and then I assign the doctor. Remember, these are our doctors that are here. Then I assign the doctor who should work on this, and then I give them the instruction that they should do. And then I can go ahead and say another doctor, I select another service. So I click on new to add another service. You can say you can do immunization on new, and then select the doctor and specify the instructions. So I can add as many as possible services that are going to work on this particular consultation. So I go ahead and do it and submit. So I've added 2 services. I go ahead and do it and submit. Or I can add the third one if I want to. So I can say maybe hepatitis B testing. I go ahead and select the person who should work on it and add the description or the details for it. And I submit. So when I submit, it means that this application is now ongoing. So this person on their mobile application, they'll be able to see that the application has changed to the stage of of ongoing. So ongoing, it is the application that is now in the hospital that we are working on. So you can see here, ongoing consultations. Okay, they are here. It was one here when it was pending. Now when you change it to ongoing, it comes here and counts at this level at ongoing. And then you can see here there are the tasks that we're supposed to do, or they are the services that we're supposed to do that are in total. Okay, remember these services are the ones that we were adding as new. They are being counted as independent. So now all the medical services that we shall be performing, they will be listed here. Okay, so the other the other services that we added on each application or consultation, they'll be listed here as individual services. So I can add some instruction if I want to. Now our task will be to make sure that all the services that are here are being marked as as done. Okay, so you can filter and want to see the services that are pending, or the ones that have been completed, and the ones that are ongoing. So you can see here the service date, when it was, the consultation number, the patient that was supposed to work upon, and then the specialist who is supposed to work with this patient, and then the service itself, and the instruction, and the date when it was created. So it will be now the response. We shall tell now this person go to particular office. So when they go to this particular office, they will find a doctor, and the doctor will already have, or the specialist already have these services that we want him or her to perform for us on this particular patient that has come. So if I want to preview the full report, I just simply click here view report, and I'll be able to see all the services that were done, that were added on this particular patient, like that. So now let's say that this patient has now come to me. I want to perform this service. So to do so, I just simply come here and say edit. Let's say that I've finished performing it. So I say edit, and then I put here my remarks. Okay, I put the remarks of this service that I've done, and then I go ahead and put the items that I spent on this particular patient. If I used gloves, if I used paracetamol, if I used anything, I go ahead and specify it here by clicking on new. So if I use maybe 5mm syringe, put there, and then I put the quantity. Maybe I used 2 of them, and then I put the description, or I put some details. I can attach a photo. Let's say it was a report. It is a report. I can go ahead and take a photo and attach it and upload it here if it is required. So I can go ahead and add more services that I've actually done. Let's say that I also maybe used, I gave this patient 2 eye drops. I mean, a 5mm eye drops. I gave them 1. I go ahead and put it there and put some description and put some details there. So I can specify all the services that I worked on this particular service. I can specify the items. And then I change the status of this application. So if it was pending, I go ahead and set it to ongoing. Ongoing, it is just when you notify the person who sent this applicant, I mean this patient to you, to notify that person who sent them that you are now working on this particular service. So if I make it ongoing, so let's see here, it will take me back to medical services, and you can see it is ongoing. So the person who told me to do this activity, they can be able to follow up and say, okay, now the specialist is working on my patient on this particular activity. So let's say that I've finished, so I just simply come and say edit and then set it to be completed. Okay, you can do them, all of them at the same time as well. So I set it as completed. So when I make it completed, it will be able to show that has been completed. So that is a particular one service on this particular on this particular order, on this particular consultation. So at this level, I mean, this consultation will remain here, will remain at ongoing until we complete all the services that are supposed to be done on it. Okay. So that's actually fine. So here we shall be able to know that these so here we shall be able to know that there are 2 ongoing consultations, and this, if I click on this one, I'll be able to see those ongoing consultations. If I want to preview the report, I just simply click here and I'll be able to do what? To preview the report. Okay, so I can be able to see this consultation, and this one has not been completed, they have not been worked upon, the 2. So I can be able to see those consultations here, the activities here. So it will be a responsibility to make sure that all the activities are completed. Okay, so let me go ahead and mark this one as a completed. So I click on edit activity, and remember there were 3. So I click on and I put what we've actually worked on this. Maybe give them this 5 pieces, and then I give some description. Go ahead and attach a photo, and then mark it as complete. So there is only one that is remaining on this particular consultation. So if I come here, of course, after medical services, we shall come to billing. Okay, so here in the billing, we cannot see anything until all the consultations, I mean all the activities on this particular consultation are complete. That's when this consultation will proceed to billing. Before they get completed, then we cannot go ahead and bill it. So let me go ahead and mark the last one to be complete. So I go ahead and mark this one to be complete, put some information, go ahead and put, maybe we'll give this one 1 piece, 2 pieces of this one, put some description, and then go ahead and say complete. So when I say complete, I'll be able to know that we shall be able to know that all the consultation on this particular item have been completed. All right, have been completed. Okay, if I want to preview a report and see how the report looks like, I just simply click here, and then we'll be able to see the report. Now, so if we complete all the services that are supposed to offer to this person, then the system will be able to make this particular consultation to proceed to the next stage of billing. So if I come here to billing, you see this consultation has been placed here on the billing stage. Okay, if I want to preview it, I just simply click here, and then the system will be able to show me the details of this consultation. So before I bill, I can first preview and see the services that we offered this person. I see everything before I actually do what? I actually do billing. But we're going to come to billing. Now, so at this level, I can go ahead. Okay, we're looking at billing. So at this level, we can go ahead and see that this consultation is now at billing. So before we go to billing, there is another thing called doses. Okay, you remember in the mobile application, we say that the patient can be able to see their doses. Okay, they can be able to see their doses. So we can define the dose. Let's say we have finished performing these, and then we have maybe allocated medicine. Now we want to put the recording for these doses in the system on how the patient should consume the medicine. So we come here to the stage of dose. Let's say we have finished performing the medical services. Now we want to specify the dosage. So I come here to doses, and then you'll be able to see all the applications here. So this is the application that we're working on. So I can go ahead and say edit to add a dose. Okay, so I click on edit. So if I want to add a dose, I go ahead and click on new to add some dose. So I can say maybe paracetamol. You should take 2 pieces of tablets times 3. Okay, so this means that you'll be taking 2 pieces of tablets times 3. And then I put here for how many days. So I can say 3 days. So it means the system is going to generate 2 times 3 tablets for 3 days, for next 3 days beginning today. Okay, so that's how we define those. I can add another one. Let's say maybe we can say should be taking magnesium, and say maybe you'll be taking 1 piece of magnesium tablet times 3 in 1 day, or times 2 in 1 day. And I can say maybe you're going to take it for 4 days, something like that, 4 days. And if I want to specify another item on the dose, I go ahead and click on the dose, and then I put maybe aspirin, and then maybe aspirin is in maybe 2 spoons, or injections, or anything. If it is injection, I say it's injection or drops or meals of aspirin, maybe times 3 for 2 days, something like that. So for 5 days, so something like that. So this is going to generate the dosages. So I submit. When I submit, it means that I'll have defined the dose of this particular patient. All right. So if I want to edit, I can still come here and do what, and modify it. So now when you come back here, you remember let's go back to the application. Remember this one, when they click on dose, they had no anything on the dose page. So if I come here and refresh, this person will be able to see now the doses that they're supposed to take. You see, when I come here to dose, I can be able to see my doses. All right, so this is how the page of dose looks like. So I shall show you the days here on top, beginning with the previous 3 days. Okay, I'll show you the days, and then I show you today, and then you can be able to know what we'll take tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. So if you remember, most of the doses that we defined, they were taking 3 days. So that's why you'll be able to see that it is starting today. Wait, let me refresh here. It is starting today up to the next 3 days, like this, next 3 days. Okay, today up to the next 3 days, something like that. All right, so now this patient, when they'll be taking a dose, they are finished. So we put here the dose. In the morning, you have to take 4 meals of aspirin, 1 tablet of magnesium. So the system breaks it down for the patient to understand. So I can say I've taken it, they mark it here as taken, and then the system will notify the doctor that this patient has taken the dose, I've taken it. If they have not taken it, they can mark it as missed, and then the system will also mark it as what? As missed. So in the afternoon, the patient would go ahead and notify that I've taken this afternoon dose. So I've taken this afternoon dose, something like that. As the system is also doing what is also updating the progress of this dosage. I've taken this one. So when it comes to evening, I can go ahead and specify if I've taken the dose or I've not taken. So here, the patient will be able to know which dose they're supposed to take on a particular day. So when it is tomorrow, the system will show me my doses of tomorrow. When it's day after tomorrow, the system will show me the doses of day after tomorrow. Okay, so have doses in 3 days, so I can be able to see them here. So that's it. Now that's it. I can be able to see the doses, and I can be able to notify whether I've taken the dose or not. So this is I was just going to the mobile application. So here, but the main point here was this level of specifying the doses. All right, while this level of specifying the doses. Now let's say that we have finished specifying the doses. Now we are ready to bill the patient. So to bill the patient, just simply come here to billing page, and remember the application will come here to the billing page only when we have finished all the services. I repeat that because you may need to bill a patient before you finish the service, and it will not show up here, but it will only show up here when you finished performing all the services and mark them as what? As complete or completed. So you'll be able to preview basic information about this application. So if you want to preview the report, and before maybe you bill a patient, you want to look at the report, full report, can just simply click here, preview report. So when you click on preview report, the system will generate a PDF that shows the services that you've offered this patient. And since these services are already priced in the system, so the system will be able to do what? To bill, to generate the billing. So it will tell you took these two, one is 500, and you took one of these, each is 5,000. So you multiply all of them and add them, and then you put here the total amount on this particular service. So we break everything down, and you're able to preview everything. So when you print this application, it will even go ahead and include the dosages. Okay, it will go ahead and include the doses when you're supposed to take on the medicine. So on Thursday in the morning you're supposed to take this medicine, afternoon you're supposed to take this medicine, in the evening you're supposed to take this medicine, and here we show the range, the time range, as well as the night when you're supposed to take that medicine. So the system breaks it down. Okay, breaks the dosages down. So when you print this, the patient can be able to know the doses, how they're supposed to take even the dose, or they can be able to tick when they finish taking the doses. All right, so we just tell you on Sunday 15th of December in the morning you're supposed to take this dose. So the morning will be this period between this and the 9 p.m. I'm going to update here the correct timing. Okay, and then on Wednesday we are supposed to take this one and this one, and in the evening. So here it takes according to how we specified it. All right. Okay, so that is a report. You can print it and then you give it to the customer. I mean to the patient. So it can be in the files. However, before we go to that level, we are at the level of billing. So let's go ahead and bill this customer. Let's say that I've previewed their report. I want to bill them right now. So to bill them, just simply come here, click here, and then say update invoice, or update invoice, what you call billing. So you say update invoice. However, if you want to view the invoice only, this one was the report. If you want to view the invoice only, you just say view invoice. Then the system will bring you the invoice only that has the money issues only. So you want to update the invoice, you want to bill this customer, click on update invoice or billing. So at this level, you go ahead and update the billing. So the system will lock these ones because you cannot modify them. They already defined in the system and you cannot change them. However, you can give a discount, or you can add some tax. So I can go ahead and say add fees. All right, add fees and all charges. So I can click here, add new. So if I want to add the fee, so I can say fee. Maybe I can say maybe admission fee or registration fee, or any fee that we want to bill this customer. Can go ahead and add it there. So I can add another one. Okay, so if this one is a tax, maybe I can go ahead and say if it's tax, and I add it there. So if I want to add this customer a discount, I just simply come and say new. I say discount. I go ahead and say maybe a returning customer discount, and you give them maybe 1,000 discount, 1,000 shillings discount, and then I go ahead and submit. So it is still ongoing. The consultation stage is still ongoing. So I can first submit and leave it on going. So and go ahead and preview the invoice and see if everything is okay before I change the stage. So you can see the system, it goes ahead and breaks down for you everything. So all the fees will be added here, the charges, and then the discount will be added here. So here it is that the amount before we add the discount. When you add the discount, remove the discount, this is the amount that the person is supposed to pay. And we show you how much this person has paid, which is 0, and how much this person has to pay that has not paid, the balance. Yeah, so we can be able to know, and even here the status, we can be able to know that the status is not paid. Yeah, so we can be able to know the stage and the status of this application. So now our next thing is now to say, okay, everything is fine. I now need to go ahead and do what? I now need to go ahead and make this customer to pay. So if I want to make this customer ready to pay, I just simply come here and say update invoice. Okay, and then I say now this invoice is now ready for payment. So I say ready for payment at this level. I say ready for payment. So they say ready for payment. Here we shall not have any consultation that is on pending. The system will push this ready for pay, this consultation now ready for payment to be on this level of payment level. So this is a place where we can now go ahead and pay for this consultation. So now to pay for this consultation, customer can pay. We can pay for them manually here, or these customers can pay using their mobile money. So to pay using their mobile money, I just simply come to the system, and then I come to my payments. So if I come to my payments, now you can see now I have one application that is pending for payment. All right. So it shows up here only when it is ready for payment. So when I click on it, I'll be able to know how much I'm supposed to pay. I'm able to see here, supposed to pay 14,100 shillings. And it is being broken down, the total amount, the discount, etc. It is broken down here. The fees, total fees, and discount and subtotal, everything here. And the amount that I'm supposed to pay. So this is a customer viewing in their mobile application their payment invoice. So, and they are finding it here at the payment level. So when I click on payment, I'll be able to see them. Now I'll have here a button, a very big button, very big and clear button that shows me actions. So next, say view actions, I can be able to see a view action or view report. So if I click on view report, the system will be able to show me the report. I can even be able to download it in what? In a PDF format. I can view my report, or I can download it. I can go ahead and do what? I can download the report. I can view the report. I can download the invoice. If I download the invoice, I click there. The system will go ahead and allow me to download the invoice. Now, let's say that I want now to pay. So to pay, I just simply click on view actions and say pay now. So pay now is the first button. I just simply click on pay now. Then the system will ask me the amount that I want to pay. So to show me here, the payment for the invoice, this is the total amount that I'm supposed to pay. Now I can pay it in parts. I can say maybe I want to pay 500 shillings. 500 shillings. Then they ask me if I want to pay using a card or mobile money or Visa card or MasterCard. So I can say I want to pay using what? Mobile money. So when I say mobile money, I'll be asked to enter my what? My phone number 0783 204 665. 0783 204 665. That's my mobile money number. So I go ahead and say I want to pay using mobile money number, and then after I go ahead and say pay now. Okay, so when I click on pay now, the system will process, and then I will be what? Sorry about that. Let me fix this. So when I say pay, they'll send an OTP. Flutter will send the OTP on my phone. So I'll go ahead and enter the OTP code on my phone. 32 6079, and then say validate. So the system will process and then say validate. So the system, on my phone, I'll be asked to enter my password for payment. So I go ahead and enter the password for payment. So I've entered it, I've paid 500 shillings, and then it will process, and then it will show me that I've paid 500 shillings. So I've paid the money. So I say finish payment. So they say finish payment. I say yes. The system will process and check actually if I have finished paying. So if I finished paying, it will let me now proceed into the application and shows me that I've paid. So this payment, if I come here to my payments, so it was supposed to be 14,000. So if I check right now, the total due is 13,600 because it was supposed to be 14,500. So 500 has been paid. This is the total amount that has been paid, and I can see the amount has done what that I'm supposed to pay. The balance has reduced. Okay, so this is the due amount. So if you come back here to the web portal, we can be able to see here payment records. We can be able to see that there is a payment that was made through Flutterwave. The payable amount is 14,000, and we paid 500 shillings, and the balance is 13,600. Right, and then this is the payment reference, and the payment was successful. It was paid through the mobile money. So I can be able to follow up the payment records. Okay, can be able to follow up the payment record. So if we come back again to consultation under payments, so I can everything that has not been completed that have not been paid completely, it will be showing up here. So it will be showing up here that the person has not completed paying. Even if I come here to the dashboard, I can be able to see here the thing that are supposed to be paid and have not been paid fully. So you see here there's a pending amount that's supposed to be paid of 13,000, and it is here still in pending. So if I click on it, I'll be able to do what? To view those amounts that are supposed to be paid that have not been paid. So I've gone through how you can pay using your mobile money. Just simply come here, say view action, pay now, enter the mobile money, and enter the number, enter the code, and enter your password, put the amount that you want to pay, and then pay. So the payment will be completed, and everything, the system will be updated. So let's say now you see you want to pay using the web portal. So you can just simply come here. Let's say that you've given cash. So it's the administrator to give this record that this person has given cash. So to give cash, to pay using cash, just simply come here to payment records. Come to payment, consultation payments, then say add payment record. Okay, add payment record. So you say add payment record. This consultation will be summarized here. It will be shown here, and it will be summarized, and it will be showing the amount that this person is supposed to pay, which is the balance. And then I go ahead and say maybe this person has paid 3,600 on this, and then say maybe this person has paid cash. So say this person has paid cash. I can go ahead and put the the receipt number for this cash that has been paid, and then I put the person who has received the money. By default, I put the person who is logged in, and I put the date and the time when this person paid, and put some remarks. So when I save, the system will go ahead and reduce 3,600 from the money that you're supposed to pay, and you'll be able to see the balance that is remaining that this person is supposed to pay. Like if this person again comes to the mobile application and they refresh, they'll be able to still be able to see the amount that they owe to us, which is 10,000. So you can be able to follow up each payment, right? You can be able to follow up each payment. So that is when someone has paid using cash, right? So let's say that this person is going to pay using card. So let's first see this person is called who? Idona Robos. Okay, so let's say this person, the insurance company. Let's come to cards. Let's say that this person, let's see how much this person has on their card. This is Idona, and the card credit limit is this amount, and this card does not have any balance right now. Let's say that his company or their company have loaded for them every month. They give them 20,000 for insurance. So how do you add that money on their card? So you log in as administrator, come to card records and add new money. Add new record. So I select the person's card. So I can say I donor. So I put the card here. So I think the card is not active. So let's see if the card is active. Yes. Let's make sure that it's active. Yes, it's active. Maybe is. So it's not dependent. So the card is there. So I have to get the card number by the way. I have to get the card number. So I come to cards. I should be knowing the card number. Let's say I want to add some money on their card so they can pay using their card. So come to their card number. So come here and search the card. So the card will show here. So you have to put here the card number here. You have to type it here. Put the card number, and then I say I want to add some credit. So this is a positive amount being added to the what? To the card. So I can go ahead and say I want to add on today. Maybe I go ahead and add maybe 20,000. I'll say maybe insurance. This can be the person loading the prepayment or preloaded they add on their card, or it can be insurance. It can be anything. So I'm adding to the card so you can be able to use it for payment. So this card has expired. So we have to set its expiry to be at least up to date. Let's say expiry date, it is going to expire in 2025. So you cannot create a record if the card has already expired. So let's go ahead and add now the record because it has already expired. So I enter the card, and then I say the card is going to, that's the amount, and then maybe put 20,000 and put some remarks. Go ahead and submit. So you can see that now the card, how much did I put? Oh my god, I put crazy amount of money. 200. Anyway, I put 200. 75,000. Had that come? Alright, I'll find out. Maybe I did not put the right amount. So you cannot edit the card record. The transaction, because it has been fixed. So if you made a mistake, you can do the reverse. All right. What was this? This is the amount. Oh, no. Okay, so we can now see that the card has now 20,000, and this is the balance that you have on the card. So you can edit the card, but you cannot manually change its balance. Let's say that you've made a mistake and want to reverse. So let's say that you want to remove maybe 95,000 on this card. So I can make an opposite record. So I can say I search the card and say negative record. I say maybe I want to, this is the amount that I put, of course, if you can see. So let's say I want to reduce this 195,000 maybe to correct. So I have to put it as a record. So it will go ahead and reduce this negative, and I put the details is to correct. So if I go back to the card, I can be able to see the card is now having 100,000 as a balance, because we corrected it with a negative. So that is it. Now let's say now I want to pay using the card. So to pay using the card, just simply come here to card payments, and then say to consultation payments. Remember, we have here the consultation that is pending, that have not been fully paid, which is this one. So I can go ahead and say add a payment record. So the system will break it down for me and show me what I'm supposed to pay, the balance that I'm remaining with. So let's say that this person is going to pay 5,000, right, using their card. So I put their 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Or let's say it's okay. Let's say 5,000. I've already tested Flutterwave. I've already tested mobile money. We have tested Flutterwave. We have tested the card. We want the cash. Now we want to test the card. So let's pay the whole money. So you just simply put 10,000, and you've paid using using the card. So I select card. So when I select card, the system will ask me to enter the card number here. So I go ahead and enter the card number. I put the card number there, and I select it, and then I put the date, and then say maybe payment of balance for the consultation. So I go ahead and put the payment balance. So I submit. So when I submit, so the system will show me how much did I pay anyway. I paid 1,000. Oh my god. supposed to be 10,000 anyway, but we're going to pay up to the nil. So I can be able to see here, if I come back to the card, if I come back to the consultation, I can be able to see that the balance is what is 9,000, because we paid 1,000, right? And if I come here to card records, I'll be able to see that this card, its balance is 99,000. Why? I come here to card records, I'll be able to see it paid 1,000 on this particular consultation. That's why the balance has reduced to 99,000. So now let's pay the remaining 9,000. So I just simply come here to consultation payment, come here to add payment record, and then I go ahead and say you paid using card, and say you paid 9,000, and then I put the card number, and then I go ahead and put the details. So when I submit, so the system is able to show me that I've paid the balance, and now the balance is 0 for this consultation. So if I come here to, these are payment records, these are payment records that are consisting all payments, whether from card or from anywhere, from Flutterwave, all the payments record will be on this page of payment records. So if I come here to the card records, I can be able to see that the card also reduced 9,000 because it paid for the particular consultation. So you can be able to follow up on everything if you practice with this system. So if I come here to consultation payments, you see there's no more consultation payments. Why? Because everything that was supposed to be paid has been paid, and it is now no longer there. So it has gone through all the stages. So I think this application has now been closed. So if I come here to progress monitoring, I can see the application has been paid. It has now been marked as completed. So once I finish paying, so there is nothing more to do, and the application will be marked as completed. And here in the page of payment, you will not see any more payments because they do not have any pending payments. Here on the page of applications, you can be able to see that this application has been completed. If you want to get your report, so the administrator can just simply come here and then say print report, and then, or I can say print report, I can say generate report, and the system will go ahead and generate a complete report that shows you how you paid and how we billed you, and gives you the whole detail, and can show you the payment, how it has been fully paid, right? Can show you how the system, how the invoice is fully paid. If you want to get the invoice, I just simply come here and say, how do I get invoice? Let me see. Progress monitoring, I think. How do we get invoice anyway? Do I have a button? This was only possible when it was under the other page, but I put it where I can be able to download also the invoice at any time. So that's it. That is how you go through the whole system. So if you come here to stock records, so you can be able to see even here the stock out records, how they have gone, and they have gone because maybe we assigned them to consultation. So here stock out records, you'll be able to see how they went because of what? Because of the other consultation that was assigned to them. So that is it. So here comes stock items. You can be able to follow up with stock items and stock categories. You can be able to see the categories of stock. All right, so that is it. That is our system. So this is a consultation that has been completed. If you come to the mobile application, you'll be able to see it has been completed, and you have all your records put together. You can be able to generate all the important documents. This is the medical report, so this person can use this medical report maybe to go for another external hospital, or maybe for future references. So that's it for today, and that's our system. You can download the application on Google Play Store. You can access the web portal using this link, and goodbye.